Date leak. Let's look into it. This Rapid News reactions on the latest gaming news, brought to you by leadergamer.com, and it's in Google Translate because it's a website that I otherwise will not understand. Anyway, let's look at this rumor, see when the game is probably gonna come out, and also how this game will be shown, in my opinion. So let's look at this news. So a website said, and of course sometimes websites leak stuff, for example Amazon. It's very known for just putting stuff up and then, hey, it's not even announced, but they are already selling it. Weird stuff like that, but also in terms of release dates and stuff like that. But this is another store called Complat. It says that the game will release on September 30th, 2017. And what's interesting about this is that it's Saturday. And as you know, games don't release on Saturday. But what's more interesting about this store might have an indication that the game is going to release in Q3 of 2017. And this could of course totally be the case, and that they just put up this like release date as a placeholder, but still an indication that this could be Q3 2017. Super interesting, because let's look at the possibility, let's look at how long we should wait or are probably gonna wait for this game. As you may know, Cyberpunk was announced in May 2012, pretty early, but it seems like they have been working on this game ever since. Over on Eurogamer, Robert writes that in autumn 2013 there were 50 people upstairs working on Cyberpunk. So it could be that it's 4 years in development, so that could mean that we would see a 2017 release date, right? I mean, 4 years on a game is pretty big. By the time it is 2017, it will be 5 years. What's also in this article, and this is what the co-founder of CD Projekt Red says, is that we still have a lot of work to do with Cyberpunk. So it could be pretty far off still, and a 2017 release is then pretty unlikely. Anyway, what's interesting about this is that from The Witcher 2 to The Witcher 3, it took them 4 years to make this game. This is a new IP though, and it looks like they're really going the multiplayer route. They're now also recruiting someone that has some sort of Java experience, some sort of like the experience in the online territories. I can show you that right here. Build online banked services and features for Cyberpunk 2077. For instance, analytics, cloud storage, computing, rankings, and many more. And why would you need that if you're not making an online game? So I really get these sort of Destiny vibes here. Of course, it's also science fiction. But yeah, I think that CD Projekt Red is going larger with this. They got the time, Witcher 3 sold really well, and of course it launched in 2015, so it might be that some people that worked on Cyberpunk, were also focusing on The Witcher, helping the team, and then went back to Cyberpunk when everything was said and done. But what I'm trying to say here is that they got a lot of money, they can do what they want right now, focus on making this game as good as possible, and I think a 2017 release is just pretty unlikely. What I will say though is that I think that 2017 will be the year of the re-reveal of Cyberpunk 2077, that we will see the first gameplay, we will see the first trailer, everyone will get hyped. I think that that will be the case, and it will be one of the titles that will push the Xbox Scorpio. So at the E3 this year, CD Projekt Red took the stage, announced Gwent on the Microsoft show at E3. So what they also had during the Witcher like period marketing campaigns, it was all Xbox branded. At the end of commercials it was Xbox. At the press events it was Xbox. So went to a press event, I was playing on an Xbox. So I still think it will hit PS4, still think it will hit PC obviously, but I think that it will be an Xbox branded game, and that means that, yeah, like for example with Call of Duty you see the PlayStation logo all the time, with Battlefield you see the Xbox logo all the time, with Cyberpunk you will probably see the Xbox logo all the time as well, with the Scorpio. With the Scorpio, Microsoft is putting out a new console with 4K capabilities. It's like really this PC, it's like insane what you can do with it according to Microsoft, and I want to show that with a new game that everyone is super excited about, everyone wants to see gameplay of, that will probably look amazing. If we look at The Witcher 3, of course that looks amazing, so if they have more development time, if we go farther along in the years, it will probably be a way more beautiful game, you can imagine. So they want to show that, they want to show something, and I really think that Cyberpunk 2077 will be that game. It will create the hype for the Scorpio, because it will be there, it will be shown at the Microsoft stage, it will, yeah, everyone will go crazy. I think that this is really possible, especially because of the history with Microsoft and CD Projekt Red with The Witcher and with Gwent. So I really think that this is going to happen. Then they will probably have a 2018 release, but I can still see it slip to 2019, because like I said, it will be an ambitious title. They will want to do everything right. They will look at Destiny, they will look at the other games that are super popular. I think they want a game that they can just keep on adding. Don't want to push it back. Of course, The Witcher had 2 DLC packs and of course some other DLCs, free DLC when it came out, but they want to have a service. I think CD Projekt Red is like capable of that right now. They can do that. Everyone will be excited. Multiplayer will be huge, I think, but they might just show the single player first in at the Microsoft show. But I think that will happen 2018, might slip to 2019. E3 2017 showing at the Microsoft stage on an Xbox Scorpio. This is my take. What do you think about my kind of crazy maybe Cyberpunk prediction? Still, it's not an exclusive to Xbox. It will release on the other platforms, but it will be marketed as an Xbox exclusive, just to be clear. Anyway, I got other Cyberpunk content up on the channel, so be sure to check it out. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the latest gaming news and my reactions. Like the video if you did, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.